Graduates, please be seated. All right, thank you for your patience. And as I was rudely interrupted outside by the alarm, I'm going to pick right up there. So I want to start a new tradition, and that is once a warrior, always a warrior. So you're going to do that for me when I call that out. So class of 2025, no matter where the road leads, remember where you came from. Thank you and congratulations. Once a warrior? Always a warrior. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I need it. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time it is my honor to introduce this year's salutatorian, a student whose commitment to academics, the arts, athletics has truly enriched the Waldwick High School community. Her dedication in the classroom and determination on the track exemplify what it means to be a well-rounded student. For the past 4 years, she has been a dedicated member of the Drama Club, most recently serving as the stage manager, helping to bring our production to life with structure and organization. As a student leader, she took on the role of historian for the National Honor Society. She also is a 3-season athlete, competing year-round as a member of the cross-country team and track and field. Over the past 2 summers, she has given back to the community by volunteering with the Charles Seller Foundation, helping to produce a musical that raises money for individuals facing significant medical challenges. Graduating with a 4.88 grade point average, she will be attending Northeastern University to major in chemistry. Please join me in welcoming our salutatorian, Abby Carpenter.
Hello and good evening. Parents, family, friends, Dr. Casarico, members of the Board of Education, faculty, staff, and my fellow graduates. I am honored to be here as a salutatorian of the class of 2025, even though, as I'm sure most of you already know, public speaking is not my strong suit, and because of that, I want nothing less than to be giving a speech right now. But I couldn't miss this opportunity to represent my class and to thank all the faculty and administration that made this night possible. The teachers and staff who are here with us today, and, of course, all of the parents and family members who are here in support of this graduating class. I would also like to give a special thank you to Mr. Petrosi. For those of you who do not know, Mr. Petrosi has been my chemistry teacher for the past 3 years. And honestly, I do not think I would be majoring in chemistry next year if it weren't for him. So thank you, Mr. P, for putting up with me over the years, but also teaching me to never give up on a lab, even after getting a 213% error. In addition, I want to take a moment to recognize that this is the 3rd year in a row that Waldwick High School has had both a female valedictorian and salutatorian. Which I think is pretty cool, but I digress. When my grandfather found out I was salutatorian, he gave me some advice for my speech, and that was to not give advice. He said that he thinks it's silly for an 18-year-old to be trying to give advice to a group of peers and elders, because honestly, what life advice could I give that anyone here has not heard 100 times already? So today, I will not be giving advice in this speech. Instead, I'm going to be talking about what some of the dreams and aspirations of this class are. A few days ago, I went around and asked my friends what they hope to accomplish in the future. I got answers like to be rich, own a New York penthouse, travel to all 7 continents, be a world-renowned cardiothoracic heart surgeon, and having their research mentioned in an SAT reading comprehension question. Okay, I'll admit, the last one is my goal. Although all of our goals may sound different, I was able to find one thing that connects them all, and that is success. I think I can speak for everyone here when I say that we all want to have success in our lives, and that success can look different for everyone. But it is on our path to success that we will find ways to accomplish amazing things. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." I wish for each individual of the Waldwick High School class of 2025 to do just that. To believe in the dreams that will give you success and use that success to accomplish more dreams. To everyone here who plans to become rich, invent something new, or travel the world, good luck. I can't wait to see what we all accomplish. So I will leave you with a quote from one of my favorite movies, Disney's Tangled. Go, live your dream. Thank you.
Great job, Abby. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to call upon the educational leader of the Waldwick School District, our superintendent, Dr. Casarico.
Good evening, parents, relatives, Board of Education trustees, Mayor Giordano, members of the Town Council, Mr. Carroll, high school faculty, and most importantly to the Waldwick High School class of 2025 on a graduation ceremony I'll show you'll never forget. Summing up 13 years of school in just a few short minutes is no easy task, especially when each step of the journey has shaped who each of you are today. From the first nervous days of kindergarten through learning how to read, mastering multiplication, and figuring out how to tie your shoes, your journey began. You navigated through Hurricane Sandy and a pandemic, which may have been easier than assimilating with the new classmates from the other side of town, which led to then surviving those awkward middle school years. You then faced 4 demanding years of high school filled with academic pressures, social challenges, and the daunting question of what do I want to do with the rest of my life? Despite these challenges, your achievements are many and quite impressive, but too often we don't fully appreciate the journey while we are on it. Instead, we overlook just how far we've come. As the great 20th century philosopher Calvin once said to his friend Hobbes in their iconic comic strip, "It's funny how day to day nothing changes, but when you look back, everything is different." That perfectly captures the high school experience and probably what many of you are feeling today. So take a moment in the days ahead to reflect on how you've grown, how you've changed, and everything you have achieved. And hopefully you'll realize this is the only beginning of what you're all capable of. Former Senator Orrin Hatch once said there's a reason these are called commencement ceremonies, because graduation is not the end, it is the beginning. You now have the opportunity to explore, to learn, to push beyond your comfort zone. And whether you choose to stay close to home, move across the country, or explore the world, I challenge you to make positive history every day. Remember, history is not just what you read, it is what you write. So go forward with confidence, without fear. You are all warriors, no challenge is too big. So thank you to the class of 2025 for the positive mark you've made on Waldwick. I wish you all the very best of luck, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Casarico. It's now my privilege to introduce this year's valedictorian, a student who embodies drive, focus, and leadership. A dedicated 4-year member of the Drama Club, she has contributed both on stage and behind the scenes. As president of the National Honor Society, she led by example, inspiring her peers through her commitment to excellence. This year, she earned the Seal of Biliteracy in Spanish, further showcasing her academic achievements. Outside of the classroom, she uses her talents to make a difference. For the past 2 summers, alongside our salutatorian, she volunteered with the Charles Seller Foundation, contributing to a theater production that raised funds for individuals in financial need. Through this work, both of these amazing young women have embraced the Foundation's mission of compassion, service, and community care. Graduating with an impressive 4.9 GPA, she will attend Rensselaer Polytech Institute this fall to study chemical engineering. Please join me in welcoming our valedictorian, Sydney Ng.
Good evening. Family, friends, Dr. Casarico, members of the Board of Education, Mr. Carroll, faculty, staff, honored guests, and especially the class of 2025. My name is Sydney Ng, and it is my honor to stand before you today and represent our incredible group of graduates as this year's valedictorian. Most of us have attended school together since we were in kindergarten. Waldwick is a very close-knit community, and looking at the people around you now, it's likely you've sat next to each other in countless classes before, never really believing that this day would come. But we've come a long way since then, and in order to get here, our class has been through a lot together. From raising chicks in first grade, huddled around the incubator to watch the first eggs begin to hatch, to the crying circle in Miss Strauss's 4th grade class and playing not-so-silent competitive catch, to our 5th grade trip to Pennsylvania, where we ran wild around colonial Philadelphia, to meeting the kids from the other elementary school at Camp Spears for the first time, comforting each other when we felt homesick, waking up at the crack of dawn to play cards together before breakfast, where London set the bagel toaster on fire, hiking through the woods at dusk, and performing for each other at the end of camp. You could hear people randomly start singing "You Can't Ride in My Little Red Wagon" for weeks after 6th grade started. To probably the biggest challenge that life has thrown at us, COVID-19. It would be impossible to talk about what we've been through together without mentioning coronavirus, although you're all probably very sick of hearing about it and are ready to leave it in the past. But the class of 2025 is the first class to graduate since the pandemic without missing any high school due to COVID. Even so, it's worth noting how we pulled through the trenches of online school in 7th and 8th grade. And we did that by going through it together. We made countless group chats, practically lived on house party, and fell asleep during Google Meets and had to ask each other what we missed, and awkwardly soldiered through every forced breakout room. Even though we were physically separated, we found ways to stay together. And during that isolating time, we were connected to each other more than ever, thanks to the technology that gave us constant digital connection while we racked up shocking levels of screen time. So when we got to high school, finally, after our class carried some of that unity with us. Friend groups shifted and changed, but it wasn't uncommon for people to bridge those gaps. You didn't need to be friends with someone in order to help them out. We were united in our struggles to find parking in the senior lot, where fighting for spots could be worse than buying concert tickets, especially when construction started. And speaking of construction, we all sat through years of random loud noises from construction and even an earthquake interrupting our classes, and we still all passed. There were big group chats, especially the honors GC, that got a lot of use throughout all 4 years. People helped each other in and out of class. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a text at 11 p.m. the night before a test or an assignment is due asking me to explain a problem. And I was always happy to do so because I knew that whenever I needed help, there were plenty of people who would do the same for me. The kind of grade-wide connections we have really shows, especially after 12 years together in a small town, where we spent our lives up until now knowing everyone around us in our small pond. But now we're moving on to a new chapter of our lives. And although I can't predict the future, I know it will be tough. We're going to face countless challenges, obstacles, and highs and lows, but we will persevere. And we'll put in the hard work to get where we are and where we want to be. I know that most of you have seen how artificial intelligence is evolving right now, and most of you have probably used it at least once. And I'll admit, AI can be the easiest way out of something long and boring. But in this future, in this crucial time that will set the foundation for the rest of our life, we can't keep relying on what's easy. Putting in the work, trying something, failing, and then learning from your mistakes is a million times better than submitting something passable generated by AI and never failing but also never learning. Whenever you're struggling with something, if it seems too difficult or too tedious, that is the time to rely on the people in your life. Our personal connections will always be more valuable than a quick, sloppy answer from ChatGPT. Part of persevering is leaning on those connections we made. It helped us during the pandemic and it will continue to serve us in the future. Lean on the friends you made in high school and the new ones you are bound to make wherever you go, and you will persevere and you will succeed. I want to finish up by thanking all the people who have helped us make it to this point. Our friends, families, and teachers. To all my family, thank you for supporting me and believing in me. Thank you to my parents for shaping me into who I am and always pushing me to be the best I can be. Thank you to my sister, Kelly, for bullying me for finishing my work, including this speech, and for knowing me better than anyone else in the whole world. To all my friends, thank you all for being there for me. You guys were amazing, and I wouldn't have survived high school without you. To Abby, thank you for yapping with me and still being academic weapons together in almost every single class since middle school. To Emma, thank you for stalling for me during the countless mornings where I was running late to school. To my teachers, thank you for sharing your passions with me and fostering my love for learning. To Mr. Petrosi, thank you for being a wonderful chemistry teacher and for making a subject typically regarded with despair and misery into one of my favorite classes ever. Without you, I wouldn't be so excited to study chemical engineering in the fall. To Ms. Orlack, thank you for teaching me about history and the importance of learning from the past. Without you, I wouldn't be as aware about our current world and why it is the way it is. To Mrs. Pastore, thank you for helping me become a better writer. Thank you for always putting up with my terrible procrastination and helping me anyways. Without you, I would not be half as knowledgeable about literature or as eloquent in my writing. To everyone, thank you for sitting through and at least pretending to listening to my speech. I know high school has been a very, very long 4 years of learning and discovering who we are and what kind of people we want to be. I don't need to drag this out any longer. So congratulations to everyone for their hard-earned accomplishments during our time here. You're all going to go accomplish even greater things, and I hope you're as excited as I am for the start of something new. Let's give it up for the class of 2025.
The next three formal declarations made by myself as principal of Waldwick High School, Dr. Casarico as superintendent of schools, and Mr. Marrow as the president of the Waldwick Board of Education will precede the conferral of the diplomas. Gentlemen, will you please join me? At this time, it is both an honor and a privilege to present the 102 members of the class of 2025. To the superintendent of schools, Dr. Casarico, and to declare that the candidates seated before you met all the necessary requirements for graduation as established by the Waldwick High School, our local Board of Education, and the state of New Jersey. Dr. Casarico, I proudly present to you the Waldwick High School class of 2025.
Thank you, Mr. Carroll. As superintendent of schools and with pride in the achievement, success, and obvious potential of each of these Waldwick High School students, it is my privilege to certify to the president and the entire Board of Education the eligibility of the candidates present for their high school diplomas.
By the power vested in me as president of the Board of Education, I am honored to declare that the candidates presented are eligible to receive their high school diplomas from the state of New Jersey and the Waldwick School District, and are entitled to all the privileges pursuant to their issuance. With pride and celebration, the superintendent, the principal, and I will now award the diplomas.
At this time, Mrs. Larson and Mr. Nochese will read the graduates' names. Matthew Thomas Sadragna. Thomas Dominic Aligo. Fernando Amaya. Gamaliel Ayala. Ryan Bagdus. Celia Lynn Burke. Joseph Anthony Basacco. Tyler Aiden Burns. Ava Marie Campoli. Abby Carpenter. Jake Carroll. Alex James Herbert Caserta. Lila Rose Casaneta. Lucy Jane Casaneta. James Michael Cavallo. Aiden Dada. Axel De Silva. Elizabeth Victoria Davis. Sarah Elizabeth Deek. James Darrell Dean. Abigail Ray Diaz. Brendan Anthony Dillon. Carrie Ann Fable Demetrio. Thomas Christopher Doyle. Gianna Michelle Dezekian. Angie Annabelle Fabulous Paulino. Veronica Golich. Gianna Elisa Garcia. Alexander Christopher Gotti. Joseph Michael Gianetti. Kyle Fry. Ava Giardino. Ari Harris Gilbertson. Sophia Nicole Gerard. Jesse Logan Gray. Julianne Faye Greenfield. Jalen Jonathan Mason Grimes. Matthew James Harris. Joseph Ryan Hausch. Martin Arceses Hernandez.
Jason Hernandez of Recano. Jefferson Stanley Hernandez of Recano. Kelsey Angelica Herrera. Willow Avery Hinden. London Coy Riley Hom. Emma Isabella Hood. Abigail Lily Incorvaya. Karis Alessandra Isaacs. Milena Yagaspanyan. Jessica Lynn James. Orson Gabriel Caprellian. Lauren Ashley Koroyan.
Thank you.
Addison Marie Kiley. Hannah Julia Kim. Austin Killian Koenig. Victor Lara. Jacqueline Lavin. James Patrick Leonard. Mia Jennifer Lenartz. Shannon McKinley Lenartz. Robin Estrada. Aiden Patrick Lysick. Derek Jason Miano. Dylan Michael Michaud. Carlos Jordan Miranda. Loudon James Mistretta. James Donald Mooney. Mayu Nakano. Farwa Zolecha Nasiri. Daniel Scott Newhouse. Sydney Allison Ing. Anna Carolina Nogara De Paula. Claudia Edmara Onigbogi. Rohan A. Patel. Joshua Osuna Peleas. Taylor Joanne Picars. Matthew A. Huck. Karma Josephine Quiros. Caitlin Hope Rainier. Gianna Alexandra Ramos. Henry A. Rivera. Flor Rojas Iraeta. Andani B. Rojas Silva. Alexa M. Romero. Derek Michael Rosado. Julian Jacob Ruleman. Andrew Nicholas Seville. Emma Rose Seifert. Benjamin Gaetano Siracusa. Matthew Attikin Slozen. Ella Ann Smith. Connor Joseph Tarrant. Ryan Dennis Tarrant.
That's my brother, yeah!
Angelina Urana. Ivan Ray Vidro. Diana Lee Walku. Chelsea Vasilevsky. Paula Wepsy. Mia Rose White. Kyle William Wong. Noah F. Eastern. Haley Barbara Zerpoli.
We now come to the last formal part of the ceremony, the moving of the tassels. Graduates, please stand. On the count of three, you will move your tassel. 1, 2, 3. Let's hear it for the class of 2025. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to proceed the graduates out up to the cafeteria so they can get their diplomas. We'll be able to take pictures up there. Probably around 9:15, The graduates that are going to Grad Bowl will be gathered there and led to the bus. So we have about a half hour for some pictures. Thank you all for your patience and your understanding. Let us get the graduates out first, and then we can leave. Music. It's over.
Everybody's out.
Yep.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Watching my life.